top 10 life occurrences that cause stress for us are the following. Number 1, death. Number 2, separation or divorce. Getting married, kind of weird. Starting a new job. Workplace stresses like workload, like getting fired, like poor management. Financial problems, moving house, chronic illness, retirement, and transitioning into adulthood. Those top 10 again. These are the top 10 stresses that we face in life. So if you think this impacts you in any way, shape or form, give me a love heart as I read them. Let's go through them quickly. Does stress relate to death, separation or divorce, getting married, starting a new job, workplace stresses, financial problems, chronic illness, moving home, retirement, or transitioning into adulthood? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to JTInTheRaw, show 132, and today I'm going to talk to you about what you can do to reduce the stress for people around you when they're going through these experiences. And it is simple, it is one solution, and I experienced it this week. I saw it firsthand this week on a number of occasions. Welcome to JTInTheRaw, where I just chew the thin on business. And this is going to be a critical show for you as a leader within your department, within your company, within your family, and even within your sporting teams. So, morning Kelly, good morning Angus, KPM, hashtag KPM, how are you? Great to have you guys on board early this morning. So, I got a few shout outs this morning, some big shout outs today. A big shout out to Blair McCaney from Medallia. They are coming on board as new sponsors for the Fitness Business Podcast, so thank you, Blair. Hope this message gets back to you. Big congratulations and a shout out to Doug Griffiths. Dougie's a client of mine and he has done his first ever marketing piece, finalised last night. Congratulations, Dougie. I hope you that reaps all the rewards that we want it to reap. Congratulations on that. A shout out to Brian O'Rourke. Had a great chat with Brian this week. Brian is coming on board in some way, top secret way, for the Fitness Industry Tech Summit. If anybody knows Brian O'Rourke, he is like the world guru in the fitness industry when it comes to technology. So he will be involved with the Fitness Industry Technology Summit. If you're not sure what that is, put FITS in the comments below, and if you're in Australia, I will send you the link, FITS for FITS. You'll find out what that is. Also, big shout out today to the Fitness Australia team. I had a great meeting this week where I caught up with Christy and also Barry, the brand new CEO of Fitness Australia. So shout out to you guys. Looking forward to working with you in the future. And I thought it was a really positive meeting. So thank you for your time. Had a great meeting this week also with the guys from Filex Holdings. So thank you to all of the guys from Filex Holdings, Justin, Simo, Billy and DA. Thank you guys for allowing me to come and talk to you, and I'm looking forward hopefully to working with you guys in 2019 as well. So that was a great opportunity. Thank you. And finally, a little shout out to Ben Dullahunty, who sometimes jumps onto this. So great chat yesterday, Ben, albeit quick. I am looking forward to exploring the opportunities around a fitness studio round table with you, mate. So can't wait to have that conversation with you. Morning, Dean. Morning, Scott. Good morning, JK. How is everybody? Hope you are doing great. So this week's been an interesting week for me. It's first week back at school for all the kids, and so you would have seen, those that have got kids, different looks on your kids' faces as they head off to school. Perhaps there's a little bit of stress for them. There's kind of a bit of excitement for kids heading off to school, and there's a little bit of excitement for you with the kids heading off to school, but there's also that little bit of stress. This week I went to a funeral. A very dear friend's father passed away a little bit suddenly. And so I went to that funeral, and then for the last 2 days, or 3 days, 3 days, I've been helping my mum and dad move house, albeit not a large move in sense of distance, but nevertheless moving out of their house that they've lived in for 40 years to a brand new house. And it's interesting, when these things occur in our life, and I got this quote this morning. It says, when you're going through a life change, it's a disruption. And disruption causes uncertainty, and uncertainty causes anxiety, and anxiety causes stress. So when we're thinking about relocating house, when we're moving house, even before the actual relocation, moving involves so many different factors that stresses people out. It's the packing, it's the paperwork, it's the planning, it's the organisation, it's the money. And even chatting with the person whose father's funeral I went to this week, it really probably wasn't the actual funeral that was stressing her out. It was the uncertainty of life without her father. When you talk to people in the workplace, we said that one of the top 10 stresses in life is workplace stresses. And it's that uncertainty of workload. It's the uncertainty of my future at work, is the fear of being fired. It's the uncertainty around management. So stress can create enormous internal issues for us. And I'm not here to talk about what that stress is. In fact, as a leader of your department, as a captain of your sporting team, as the person that's taking the reins of your organisation, what I want to do is I want to share a solution to reduce the stress for the people around you. I want to share with you the one solution that I found that will reduce the stress of the people around you. And you know what it is? It's going to cost you $0. And it's this. It's a smile. If you agree with me, give me a love heart, because that love heart reduces my stress. It is a smile. And I want to share with you right now this really important story. While mum and dad were moving house and the stresses and the strains, the two of them are at each other's throats. My dad said to me this: these removalists are amazing. And I said to him, oh, why? I said, have they packed everything? Did they get everything all sorted? Why are they amazing? And this is what he said. They're so polite and they haven't stopped smiling. Let's analyse this for a minute, ladies and gents. It's 35 degrees. It's pushing 90 degrees in Fahrenheit. It is boiling hot. These are three guys, blue-collar workers, who pick up heavy shit and move heavy shit. That's their job. That's what they do every day. It's quite easy for them to just go through Groundhog Day as they move people from house to house. But my dad said it wasn't the packing. It was that they smiled and were polite every time he engaged with them. And this is a really powerful thing. I saw this at the funeral. I saw tears of people being upset. But tears all of a sudden stopped when they came up to somebody who smiled and made them feel special with that smile. I think sometimes in life, but more importantly in the workplace, because this show is about workplaces, this is about making you a better leader, I think sometimes we forget the power of a smile. We forget about the power of showing our pearly whites to people. We forget the power of when we smile, our eyes light up, our whole face lights up, and the impact that that can have on people. Stress is a very serious thing. Stress is a very powerful thing in people's lives and can be debilitating for so many people in the workplace, particularly at home, particularly in relationships, particularly, Jesus, just in life. Morning, Jay. Morning, Rich. How are you guys? What I feel is really critical is this: smiling. And when I saw it this week firsthand at the funeral, when I saw it firsthand with my dad and how he was put at ease, I realised how important that smile actually is. And it's not a fake one, it's a real one. And I want us to really challenge ourselves to smile more. Simply to smile more. To acknowledge, not a fake smile, not a real smile, to acknowledge when we're walking through our offices, when we're working with our teams, instead of sitting with a scowl, sit with a smile. Morning, Maddie Wright. How are you this morning? Great to have you. Awesome. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I know, it's deep. Who would have thunk I could have got so deep? But let me just run through that again. For those that are just tuning in, what I identified, did some research, and I found there are 10 stresses that we have in life. They are death, separation or divorce, getting married, starting a new job, workplace stresses. Jai, thank you. Jai said good morning and giving me a genuine smile. Workplace stresses like the workload that we have, like getting fired, like poor management. There are financial problems that we face in life that create stress. So does moving house, so does chronic illness, so does retirement, as well as transitioning into adulthood. And I'm sure this week for many people in Australia, stress was created with their kids going off to school for day one, either for the kids or for you. And as I said, my parents moved house today, and the stress that they went under was monumental. It was one of those top 10 after moving from the family home for 40 years. But the thing that reduced that stress for them was the smile that the removalists had. Ladies and gents, that is the challenge I'm presenting to you over the next 7 days. Between now and the next JTInTheRaw, I want you to smile some more. But I want you to smile genuinely. Good morning, Emma Barry. Are you in the UK? So is it late at night for you, or are you back in LA? Great to have you on board watching this morning. So I want you to really consider this concept of smiling this week. I want you to increase the amount you do. I want you to smile. I want you to have eye contact. And I want people to see that whole glistening, the electricity in your eyes of your smile. That's it. Can you do it? Can you do it? Please, give it a crack. I want to see what you can do. All right. What's happening for me this week? Well, I've got a pretty big week. I've got some meeting with some new coaching clients. So I'm excited. I've got a meeting with Sean. I've got a meeting with Denver. And I've got a meeting with Anne. Anne is, in fact, a power walk meeting at the Sydney Opera House, and we are walking around the harbour doing a coaching session there. That is going to be exciting because she is not from Australia, so we are going to do that. That's going to be pretty darn cool. Looking forward to that. Also catching up with Rob Barnes, who used to work in the fitness industry, so I'm looking forward to catching up with Rob and finding out what he's up to with a bright orange brand that he now works for. So looking forward to that. What else have I got? Got to catch up with Adam from Good Life Health Clubs, and I'm looking forward to catching up with him about the Fitness Industry Technology Summit. Can't tell you any more than that. It's top secret. And then on Friday, I have got the Victorian Industry Leaders Roundtable meeting. So we are meeting on Friday in Melbourne. That means next week I'll be coming to you live from Melbourne. Somewhere in Melbourne I will be. I might try and make sure it's at a gym, maybe. We'll see what we can do. And I will be coming for you live down there. So if you know anybody who runs a fitness business in Victoria who you think might like to come to this roundtable, please put ILR in the comments below and I will send you all the details. Pete Harrison's just come on, who will be meeting with me this time next week at the ILR meeting. Looking forward to having you come on board next week, Pete, and meeting. So if you know anybody in Victoria who would like to join the round table, then please put ILR in the comments below and I'll send you some information and we can get you on board for the meeting next week. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the show. It's been a different one. I guess it's a bit of a somber one based on some of the experiences I've had this week. But please remember the power of the smile. And you know, I always love to finish JTInTheRaw with a quote of the week. And my quote of the week is a ripper this week. I love it because it's so simple for you to do. A smile goes a long way. A very long way. A smile goes a long way. A very long way. And the challenge I'm giving you this week is to smile more. When people are feeling stressed, when they're feeling down, chuck them a smile, give them some electricity through your eyes, and just watch how they change. You've been tuned in to JTInTheRaw. We're on the same time every week, 8 o'clock Sydney time. I think that's about 3 o'clock US time on the West Coast, 9 o'clock London time. Love you to share the show if you think anyone can get any value out of learning to smile a bit more and the impact that smiling has on the people around them. Love you to share the show. It's been great being with you again today. I appreciate everybody tuning in and I will catch you on the flip side.